Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here to show you how close, I won't show you all the layouts, but how close I am to being done with the first album of 2019. And I tell you, this is going to be probably the biggest year of albums I've ever had, because this only stretches into January, and I think a couple of these pages are going to have to move. So I have, in total, I've got one, a project life, so 2, 3, 4 more layouts, and I'm done, and then I can share this album. So I'm going to be working on this one, and I have it right here. It says Last Cuddles, 1 4x6 in black and white, which is this right here. And so I'm going to grab that and create the layout, which I'm going to get you on fast forward to. But I just wanted to show you how close I am. So I have that one to do. I have one of Jackson's birthday in general that I need to document. A project life about Barrett, which I'm working on. And there's one more about Nora and Barrett kind of eyeing each other on the couch to go with this one of Jackson and Barrett. So that is the plan for today. I'm going to get you on fast forward. And let's see what I can create. What I'm going to start with is just trying to figure out what patterns I want to use with this photo, this collection. I know where it's going in the album, which is really helpful to kind of help guide me to the vibe I'm trying to induce with this layout. I am just randomly pulling things that I think are going to work. I'm pulling, and then I will edit and go from there. I will say that this video, I recorded the whole process and it got cut off. So at the end of it, I explain what I did and kind of the sketch and all of that, and to check everyone else out. The prompt for today for Scraptember is to use sequins. So that is in the back of my head. I need to use that in some form. You're going to see it's a very subtle way of me using it in this layout, which is funny because I am part of a Speak Alone Scraps, which is a sequence design team. So I know how to use sequins, but yeah, I use it very mildly, but I love how it turned out. I'm able to get a cut file used up in this one. Some really pretty patterns just kind of used, some layering, and I just kind of played, it was fun. And I'm very happy with this layout. It makes me smile when I look at it. And a lot of times I feel when you're creating, if you can have a finished layout that just makes you smile, you've done your job. So that's how I feel with this one, and I feel like job accomplished. I'm also trying very hard, even though they're my favorite patterns, I'm trying not to hoard them, and I'm trying to use them. It's a really big thing for me. I tend to be someone that if it's my favorite pattern, I tend to leave it to the end because I don't want to use it because it's so pretty, and I'm trying not to do that, especially in my new kind of outlook of trying to really condense my scrap space and get a bunch of stuff used up before I really buy anything else. I'm not on a spending freeze, but I really want to use my stuff up, and so using my favorite stuff is really going to help me do that, and that's where I'm at right now with creating this layout. So what you see me doing here is just working on those layers and trying to get the right color balance happening. All of that is kind of what you see happening. I will say I did almost overdo this layout a little bit. I wanted to use that really pretty wood grain that's in the background. You'll see it in a minute. However, what ends up happening is it becomes a little too comfy, cozy, but like autumn feeling, and this layout was taken in January, so I didn't want that autumn necessarily feeling, even though I think this is probably an autumn collection, but I didn't want that. I just wanted the cozy feeling, as in like my kids are cuddling with me. This is the last time I have both my arms available for both of them before Barrett came, so this is back in 2019, and I was just trying to invoke that feeling of this photo because it's a really meaningful photo. It's not great quality by any means, but they're both there. They're both comfy and happy, and you know, they don't have to worry about sharing. There was two, and there was Sean and I, so we could each take one, and like no one ever had to wait. And of course, you know, now someone normally has to wait to do something. Three, you know, you got to learn to take turns, and they're pretty good. But that is just kind of what I wanted to document with this layout, and I really do love that I got this photo. I love that I've been able to document it, and it's the little moments like this that are like my favorite things to document. I don't know, what about you guys? Do you have a favorite kind of subject to document? I don't have necessarily a favorite subject because obviously my kids in general, but I like those little moments that are everyday that kind of pass you by and you don't necessarily think about it, but when you get this type of a photo and you look back on it, it just makes you happy and makes you smile. And that's kind of what I love about these little moments here. I am going to add in some tissue paper. I'm going to add in some layers and do lots of kind of fun things I wanted to play. I was, when I was creating this one, I was in a little bit of a, not necessarily a slump, but like there's just so much going on, especially at the beginning of summer. There was a lot happening. My sister was here for the month of June while she was getting her treatments, and there was just lots of stuff. There was a lot of unknowns, and so scrapbooking was hard, to be honest with you. I was struggling with it, and so I had to do this in small little chunks here and there when I could to make it work. And I'm so glad that I did make it work because I really do love this layout, but it was definitely a challenge and I just pushed through, and sometimes you got to do that. My biggest piece of advice I think I could give in this type of situation is if you are struggling, to just keep going. Even if it's 5 minutes a day that you get to do something creative, do it. In the end, you'll still be creative, you'll feel happy, and you will get back into the swing of it. It just takes a while sometimes, and it's okay. It's absolutely fine. Be where you are, but keep at it. I promise you it does get easier eventually. It may eventually could be a long time, but it will get easier. So that's my advice. I totally went off on a tangent on this voiceover instead of talking about my actual layout there, but I think you get the point, and we all have that. Sometimes it's nice to be real, right? You can see I'm touching everything from this collection. It was the Marigold collection from Maggie Holmes. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, I was just playing with it. I haven't really played with it a ton, so it was nice to dig into it and use it almost for the first time and see really what was there and how I could make it, like I said, not non-autumn. So I'm going to come back live with you right now. My video cut out, you guys. I'm so sorry. Here's a look at the finished layout, though. Perfectly turned into a sketch for 30 Days of Sketches / scraps. Oh my goodness, Scraptember. So I'm gonna just reiterate because I'm not sure what I'm saying on my voiceover, but the sketches for day 17 provided by Laura, you guys. A really special sketch that she created for this series, which is really neat. And this is one of the we've got 4 going on. 3 she made exclusively for this one, another one I had just happened to pick anyways, and I went ahead. You can see the inspiration. I think you can see where I took inspiration from the sketch to create it. I got a cut file used up, which is awesome. I did get those sequins used up thanks to Daisy, who helped kind of guide me on where to place them and get them used. I definitely got down here, like you can see in the sketch, I was able to make that work, so I'm really happy with that. I love that I got the photo documented. This is so great to finally have this go into that album. I'm so close. I think I have 3 layouts left to finish that album and it's going to be done. So I'm really happy with this. I love that I got to break into a collection as well that I have barely touched, if I had even touched it yet. So that was really neat, and I'm just very pleased with how it turned out. So please make sure you head on over and check out what everyone else is doing today. So many people are playing along just in general every single day. And of course, the person playing along today, sorry, my video cut out again. So yes, there is one person, a special guest designing with us every day. As I'm recording this, that person hasn't been selected yet or signed up yet. But please make sure you go check out Laura and of course the Scrappy Sisters, see what they've created today. Links for everyone will be below, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. We are more than halfway through. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.